Good day guys, welcome to today's tutorial. We'll be talking about Lightroom Mobile today. So let's open our Lightroom application. When you open your Lightroom application, this is how it looks like. So I'm just going to be explaining to us what every tool in this Lightroom Mobile does. What everything we have on Lightroom Mobile does. Of course, Lightroom Mobile is available for both our PC and Lightroom is available for our PC. Then Lightroom Mobile is the one available for our phone. But trust me, they do the same thing. They do basically the same thing. The only difference here is that here you need a premium version. But I will show you today how you can make use of this application without the premium aspect. Though some of you might be using the mod app, which is not bad as well, but personally I like using things I paid for, or rather better still, I make use of it just the way it is. So let's go straight into it. When you open your Lightroom mobile, one of what you see is this icon beside the three dash that we have beside there, which is to show you your page, your home page, that is the account, the premium feature, the early access, and so on and so forth. Also, we have the main page, which is photo on device. You can also change how that shows. You can change how that shows, but the photo on device is always just okay. So down here you have the gallery, the edit, and the community. The gallery down here, the edit here. This gallery shows all your pictures on your phone. Then the edit aspect shows pictures that you've edited already. Then the community shows where we have other people that have already done some designs. I mean some presets. Presets are like templates which you can actually just copy or replicate as well. So let's go straight to what we have in the main tool. So coming back to my gallery, I would just love to pick a picture. I would love to pick a random picture. Let's make use of this. I'd love to pick a random picture like this, and then I'll explain how every tool here works with this picture. So this is it. Now, one of the things you see here on the left right side of your screen, you can see that we have the preset, the crop, the edit, the maxing, and the remove. So the preset is just to show you some samples that have been done already, some samples that have been done here. This is like a template, I will call it. Presets are more like templates that we can make use of. But since we want to learn how every 2 year work, we'll definitely be working through it one after the other. We'll definitely be working through it one after the other. So then we also have the crop. Take for instance, I want this picture to be in a different size. I can choose to make use of the crop aspect. I can choose to make use of the crop aspect. Under crop, we have the aspect, which is the size of our picture. I can change it to this. You can see that. Let's go with that. Okay. Then the straightening. I think it's always good to leave your picture straightened just the way it is. And you can also pick the rotate, which we obviously don't need. Then the flip this way. We also obviously don't need that. The other flip, which is up the vertical, we also do not need it. So yeah, I'll just only make use of the aspect option. I'll be changing this to a square size picture. You can see this. So I already resize this image that we have here. So the next tool that we have here is the edit option. This is where we have most of our works to do. This is where we have the most work to do. All right, so the first one here says auto. When I click on auto, it automatically gives me the editing by itself. See, it automatically edits what is here by itself. But at some point, you might still need to even touch one or two aspects even while you already pressed the auto. So let's go back. I will not want to make use of that auto. I will not want to make use of the auto. Okay, so I already off the auto. Now, I'll be going through it one after the other. I just want you to know that what we have here, they are as simple as their names implies. We have the light, we have the color, we have blur, we have effects, we have details, we have optics, and we have the profile. All these names, they mean something to you, and trust me, it's definitely what they mean to you that they do on this piece here, on this workspace that I have. If I click on light, of course what light does is either to increase or to reduce. You can see that the light increases the temperature or reduces the brightness of a picture. We have the curve option up here, but we really do not need that at this point. We really do not need that. It's also what we will do here. Instead of using the curve, we can just make use of the keys that we have here, which are the exposure, the contrast, the highlights, the shadow, the white, the black, and the edit in HDR mode. But I don't need this HDR mode also, so that we can just maintain our original picture. All right, so this is how it goes. So for the exposure, I can choose to reduce it. You can see that I can choose to reduce the exposure. I can choose to reduce it. Yeah, I think this is just fine. Then for the contrast, I can choose to increase the contrast. I can choose to increase. Sorry, let's return this back. All right. So for the contrast, I can choose to just increase it a little bit. Just note that most of what you do here, they should not be too much. When your picture is edited too much, it tends to spoil the picture. Then for the highlight, you can see once you even press everything that we have here, they begin to show you what they can do. You see what those things do. You can see it. Everything here, like I stated, they all mean the same thing. Everything here is either adding or removing light from your picture. Then the shadow, of course, to remove the shadow that we have in the picture. So I really do not need too much of that, so I'm just going to reduce it to 2. Then the white, I also do not need too much of it. It's just like reducing or increasing the white spots that we have in the picture. Then the black that we have here is just like adding blacks to the picture. It will not show here because the picture is not a dark or light picture. All right, it's a picture that is in between. That is why. So we have this aspect sorted out. The next phase I will explain to us here is the color. Now, color has what we call the. If you look at it from one side, we have the D and W, which is black and white. Then we have this color separator, but we do not need them. This color picker as well, but we do not need them since we'll be picking our colors from the beginning. So let's have the black and white, or do you think we should leave it? All right, let me know what you think in the comment section. If I should have left it as black and white, or I should maintain the other color. So let's take it back. Or I should maintain the original color. The temperature. This is to show the way the maybe you want it to be like a sunny picture, or you want it to be a more like a nighttime picture. You can see that. All right. So vibrance, the tint, we might not need too much of that tint as well. They're all adding colors, like I said. They all mean what we click on it. So the vibrance is to make sure that the color is balanced. Then the saturation that we have is to also balance the color, I mean the temperature with the tint that has been done. Yeah. So those are basically what those aspects does for us. All right, so we move next to the blur. The blur option is for premium users, and since we are not using premium, we might not be able to make use of it. So let's go back to the and make use of the effects is the next two that we have here. Since the blur is a paid option, we'll just make move. Since the blur is a paid option, we'll just move to the effect, which we can actually access. So then under the effects, we have temperature, we have clarity, we have dance, which is under effect. Under the same effect, we have what we call vintage, and we have the grain aspects. What the grain does is to add this kind of noise to your picture. Is to add noise to the picture. You You can see this. I don't know if we see it, but there is a noise on this picture already. Okay, yeah, we can see it this way. There's a noise on this picture. There's a noise there, but we do not need the noise. So I'm just going to take it back. All right. Then vintage. Do we really need to add vintage to our picture? If you take it from the vintage will be white. If you take it back, it's going to be black. But of course, I would say we do not need this also as well. I would say we do not need it. So we'll be going back to the effect. So under the effect, we have texture, we have clarity, we have layers. So the texture is just to allow the cloth on your that the person is wearing to show very well, and every other things for the details to be very very obvious, to make the details that we have there very very obvious to everyone that sees the picture. So the clarity is just, of course, clarity. That's to make it clear, to make everything clearer. You can see that this picture makes it looks more like it is too darkened now. So that's why I said when it's too much, it won't make it will make your picture look well. When it's too much, your picture won't be too all right. So I think it's better this way. So let's move next to the dias. The dias is just to complement and balance both the texture and the clarity that we have. So next we go to our detail. Now detail is also like, if you have what we, of course, the names that we have here: sharpening, noise, and color noise. Sharpening is just to make this picture very sharp than it was before. I don't know if we see what happened there. It's just to make the picture sharper than it was before. Then you can choose to increase the radius and the details and all of that as well. But I think it's perfect just the way it is. I think it's perfect just the way it is. So the next thing that we have there is the noise. Don't forget I said noise is grain is also like noise, but in that grain aspect it's adding noise, but here we are reducing the noise. Since we did not add anything green, I feel we don't have to reduce the noise as well. So then the color noise that we have here is just to reduce the noise we have in the color. I don't know if you can see this. The color, observe that it is actually adding something to it. Yeah, I believe you saw that. So these are what this noise does in our picture. So we can leave it like this. I think it's perfect this way. So next we check onto the optics. The optics that we have here is removing chromatic aberration and enable lens correction. We might not need them as well, because what they do is just to like let you know the kind of camera that is being used, and also to make you know what the picture is lacking. You can see that. So owning both of them does not actually disturb what you've done on your picture. Then lastly, we have the profile. The profile is also just to change the either to black and white or other sections that we have there. You can first of all always come to pick the profile before going back to edit the picture itself. You can come here, pick your profile. If you want it to be in black and white or whatsoever way you want it to be, you can come here first and pick it. When you pick it, then you now go back and edit the picture itself. So that will be all under this aspect. Then the other things we have here, these last two, they are paid, so we might not be able to make use of them. They are paid, so we won't be able to make use of them. So that is all about this particular application that we see. That is all about the application. So I believe we all understand what this is being used for. Thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe. Thank you.